Hi, I'm Laura Gluck, and I wanted to talk to you about strength, and godly humility. Because in humility, you can find strength. If you're proud and haughty, you might have a false sense of being strong. But in humility, in the Lord, you find real strength. So I just wanted to talk about some things that I've gone through, and I believe that God has made me stronger in them. And I'm not going to hide them. I'm going to present them. I have presented them before the Lord, and I'm going to tell you about them to show you the strength and the things that I have been through, that I am stronger now. So God has brought me through some things that the enemy has always wanted to destroy me, and God has brought me through. And let me tell you about a few of those things. Okay, I want to lead by example. So take my example and use it for yourselves. Be a Jesus fanatic. Be someone that is for the Lord, that doesn't want to turn to the right and the left. They want to keep their eyes on Jesus and just keep on going. So be strong. No matter what the circumstance, be strong. So I wanted to tell you about a few things that have happened in my life. Satan has always wanted to destroy me, but God has brought me through a lot. And like Job lost a lot in his life. And at the end, God blessed him with abundance. And I'm sticking with God. See, if something bad happens in your life, don't walk away from God. Don't blame God. Okay? Yes, maybe God allowed it to happen in your life, but it doesn't mean God did it. And God doesn't rejoice over the sufferings of his children. He doesn't want us to suffer, but through suffering, we can gain wisdom, we can gain strength. So I want to tell you, I've been married 3 times, and during the 3 times, all 3 times, these men that were in my life have turned away from me. They walked away from me. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm not a horrible person. I just believe that I picked the wrong type of person. So this time, if I ever get married again, I'm going to make sure that I pick the right person, the person that is going to stay with me no matter what. Even on my bad days and my good days. But, I mean, man looks on the outward appearance. Maybe I won't get somebody because I don't look as beautiful as I used to. Maybe I don't need another husband. It's all up to God. So I'm just going to lean into God and keep going. I'm not saying I've been perfect at all in my life. I've chosen the wrong way. Whenever you come to a situation and you don't know what to do, make sure you pray. Make sure you ask for wisdom. Make sure that that situation is what God wants for you. Whether it be in marriage, in children, in anything. Once you have a child, yes, that child is yours. And that's something that God wants you. God wants you to bring up the child in the way he should go, all the way through their lives. So because of my poor choice in husbands, I believe I have gone the wrong direction. And my children, they know about Jesus, but they need to get back to church. They need to get back to Jesus. They need to see that there is a reason to stay with God. And that main reason is because you don't want to be without him. He's an awesome God. But we want to go to heaven. We want our lives to be whole and complete. Without God, we can't have that. You can say, oh yeah, my God, my life is awesome. Is it now? It might look awesome in the worldly sense, but is it awesome to God? And that's what matters. You can do everything right in the worldly sense, but when you go to get to heaven, God will say, I never knew you. So pray to God every day. You want God to know you. You want God to know that you did the best that you could, that you changed for Jesus, or you let God change you into what he wants you to be. So just remember that we want to walk with God. We want to be humble. We want to be strong. Another thing that God took me through is my physical appearance. I might have been a little vain. I might have, I thought, oh, I look great. And then I had issues with my teeth. I had issues with my eye. I had issues with my sugar levels. Everything kind of fell all at the same time. But through it all, I stuck with God. I didn't turn away. I didn't say, oh, I'm going to walk the other way. It was just actually the opposite. When I had physical problems, I thought, okay, God, I guess I have to get my life straight with you. I need to get to a place that I'm supposed to be. And so I did a 360, started walking with the Lord again every single day. It hasn't been easy. It definitely has not been the wrong choice. It's the right choice. If we look through the world's eyes, we're going to see our lives different than if we look through God's eyes. Okay, I took a very humbling job and found out that it was the job God wanted me to have. I am very humble in taking it and doing it, but in not saying that I'm going to stay in that job, but I did the right thing, and people in the world will not see that. So I'm going to do another segment on the world here in just a minute. But I just want to say God bless and have a wonderful day.